When putting a bridle on a horse, the first thing you want to remember is to always maintain a point of contact so that the horse may not leave. You may either use the reins over the neck, you can clip the halter and lead rope around the neck, or you can use both. I'm going to remove the cross ties and I'm going to place the reins over the horse's neck before I remove the halter so that he does not leave. Once you have the reins around his neck, you then remove the halter and either remove it completely or slip it back over his neck to again be another point of contact to hold him by should he choose to leave. Standing at the horse's left side, facing forward, you wrap your right hand around the horse's nose. Then with your right hand, you hold the crown piece. Your left hand opens up and becomes a flattening for the bit. Pull up with your right hand as your left hand guides the bit gently into his mouth. You then take the outside ear and gently push it forward under the crown piece and then the closer ear. Then adjust the leather so that there is nothing poking or prodding or pulling on his hair, and then begin to tighten your noseband. The noseband must always be placed underneath the cheek pieces which hold the snaffle. Be sure to put your leather into all the keepers provided to keep any flapping excess on their face when they're being ridden. Once the noseband is in place, you're then going to check the throat latch. Again, putting the leather into the keepers provided to prevent it from flapping on their face while they are working. Once you have put the bridle on the horse's head, you remove the reins over the head. If you've put the halter on their neck, take the halter off. And with the reins off the horse's neck, you are now ready to begin your work. When fitting an English bridle, there are several things you should check for both comfort and safety. The first is the height of the bit in the horse's mouth. It should neither be too high nor too low to prevent it from banging on the teeth or causing pain. Generally speaking, an English snaffle, when fitted correctly, will create 1 to 2 small wrinkles in the corner of the horse's mouth. The noseband should sit approximately 2 fingers width below the point of the cheekbone. It is a bony protrusion on the horse's face and easy to locate. You should be able to slip 2 fingers below the point of the cheekbone to find the correct height for your noseband. How tight the noseband should be is that at the back of the horse's jaw, you should be able to slip 1 to 2 fingers in underneath the leather, otherwise it is too tight. You also don't want it to be too loose. 2 fingers is a good measurement. The throat latch should not be too tight so as not to restrict the horse's breathing. You should be able to put 4 fingers between the horse's jawbone and the edge of the throat latch. The brow band should not be too short nor too long. It should sit comfortably across the horse's forehead, not causing any pinching as it meets the crown piece at the top. The crown piece should also sit behind the ears, not on the ears or too far back. To remove the bridle, the same rule applies. Make sure there's 1 point of contact on the horse to keep him from leaving. In this case, I'll use the reins over his head, and I will begin by loosening the throat latch. I will then undo the noseband. And I'm going to grab the crown piece between his ears and gently lift it up and forward so that his ears slide out, and then very slowly lower the bit out of his mouth at his chosen speed so as not to bang his teeth. Now that I have my reins around his neck, I will grab my halter off of its hook, and again take my right hand around his nose, hold the halter, lift it, slide it over his ears, and now I can remove my reins and secure him back into the cross ties.